forever I'll die. Forever this heart, forever my soul. Forever I'll be, forever unknown. Days and nights, skin and bone. Forever this town, forever my car. Forever this night, forever these stars. Forever I live, forever unknown. Forever in love, forever a ghost. Days and nights, skin and bone. I'm still here, but you moved on. Forever falls in love with the guy that wears sweater vests. She used to be mine, but now it's like we never met. Forever leaves fast in the middle of the night. Forever breaks my heart and never says goodbye. Days and nights, skin and bone. I'm still here, but you moved on. I live inside an old photograph. I wish that I could feel your love again. So I live inside that old photograph. And I wish that I could feel your love again. Forever falls in love with the guy that wears sweater vests. She used to be mine, but now it's like we never met. Forever leaves fast in the middle of the night. Forever breaks my heart and never says goodbye.
Oh, hello, I'm off a small. Let me bring myself up bigger if I can. Dearie me. Right, that should do it. There we go. Oh, hello, and Happy New Year to everyone who's watching. Oh, it's off a cold, isn't it? It's freezing. It's been freezing for about a week now, and I think I've got some kind of, I don't know, wee bug or something, because no matter what I do, I can't get any heat inside my body. Some hot coffee with some extra ingredients in here that should warm me up, but it's not working. I don't know why. I don't know. I must have some kind of bug or something. I just can't get heat in me. No matter how many layers of clothing I wear, or how high the heating is, or how hot my drink is, I just can't get any heat in my body. Anyway, enough of my ailments. Here we go, starting 2026, and what do we get straight away? Moans. I am a Scotsman, that's true. Right, so, hello to everyone. Thanks for tuning in tonight for the very first show of 2026. And you're not going to hear a lot from me tonight because, well, hopefully, because I'm not feeling very well. And it's a call-in show, right? So I'm hoping to get some callers tonight because on last year's show, the Sunday previous, it was a call-in show and I didn't have one single caller, not one. So as this is a call-in show, that's how I've decided to run with this live stream from now on. I'm hoping for some callers tonight, so you won't be hearing me so much. There may be long periods where I sit and say nothing at all, waiting for any callers to call in. It's very simple to call in, and I'll show you how, and I'll explain how. I'm going to drop a link into the chat. There's already a link in the chat in the pinned message. If you go to the pinned message in the chat, you'll see a link, and it's the same link as this, which I've just dropped. I believe it's the same link as that. And all you do is click that. There'll be a couple of wee instructions come up on your phone or your tablet or your computer or whatever it is that you're using to click on that link that tell you what to do. And it's nothing complicated. Anyone can do it. You don't need any special equipment. If you've got headphones, you can stick them in, or if you get a mic, you can, headphones with a mic, you can use that. But you don't have to. The mic on your phone or your computer is perfectly adequate, as is the camera. Just follow the wee instructions, and what'll happen is, as soon as you click it, don't worry, as soon as you click it, you won't suddenly appear on the screen. You'll appear what's called backstage, and that means I'll see you popping up on my screen, right? But no one else will. You'll be there, and there may be more of you. There may be a whole list. Hopefully tonight there might be 3 or 4 people sitting waiting backstage. And what I'll do is, at some point when I interrupt my own diatribe, monologue, talk, chat, I'll bring you on, and you'll appear on the screen alongside me, probably in a smaller window, and you'll be able to talk about hopefully tonight's topic, which is, what are your thoughts on the new CAA rules regarding drones? And that means I want to speak specifically tonight about any drones that are under 900 grams, including drones under 250 grams. Any bigger drones like the Mavic 4 Pro or above, I don't want to talk about that tonight. I only want to chat about drones that are under 900 grams. So that will go from the Mavic 3 at the top of the weight list, right down to, let's see, I think the Neo is the lightest one at the moment. It's sub 250. I think the Neo might be the latest, I'm not sure. But all the way down to the mini drones. I'd like to chat with that tonight. And now I haven't prepared anything. I purposely didn't prepare anything at all tonight whatsoever, because I thought, well, this is a way of me forcing a little bit the call-in side of the show, rather than me having a prepared agenda to chat about tonight. So I'm completely off guard. I'm completely without an agenda. I'm completely without any preparation in my head, because I have purposely been occupying myself today with other thoughts than the lives. Oh, stop it. With other thoughts than the live stream tonight, so that once again it would kind of force me to push the chat side of things a little bit. So I'm still waiting on any callers calling in for tonight's subject. And I do know there are some questions that a lot of people have, because in the chat before I went live, I had Dave, for example, had asked, can I show that? Yeah, Dave has asked about, he's got a Legacy Mini 3 Pro, and it's got no classification, as all Mini 3 Pro drones have no classification now. He's happy to have RID on. He doesn't need it. You don't need it, Dave. And I know you can't call in because you're driving back home, or you're travelling back home from Wanlock Head. So I know you can't call in, but maybe some other people have a similar query. You don't have to have remote ID. And all of Dave's message hasn't come up because it's a long message, so I'll read the rest of it. He says, I'm happy to have added it, but as no update to add it, I can't also too much, Dave. It's that is definitely a call-in topic. You know, you obviously got a lot to say about that, and so much that there's not even enough room in the chat to see all of your questions there. So questions like that, and the other Dave once again had a follow-on comment asking about the green light if it technically needs it as it's a legacy drone. So those are some of the questions that you may want to come on and talk about and ask me if you like. But I probably wouldn't be answering Dave's comments there because I'd rather chat with someone about it. I'd rather do a call in about that. So if anyone's got any questions similar to that, or anything at all regarding the new rules and regulations, then please call in because I wouldn't be talking about it until I've got someone to talk with. Jordan, once again, asking there, how do you find your classification on the Mavic 3? I've looked for it. Okay, that's a great question, Jordan, and I'd love to answer that. So if you call in by clicking the link, and I'll post again just in case anyone missed it, by clicking on that link and having a chat with me, we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. I'm going to be quite stubborn on this tonight because I have tried quite a number of times now to do a live-in show, a call-in show, and although a few of my early attempts didn't go all that well, I have now sorted all of the software out. Everything actually works. It's been tested and proved, and it all works. So I do want to go ahead with this format. And now, an embarrassing silence. And I'll just watch. I can't see the number of viewers that I have here, but I do have. Can I bring them up? No, I wouldn't bother bringing them up. Too dangerous if I bring my other screens up. It makes everything a little bit choppy sometimes. But I expect the viewers will drop off now as the content dries up. Please let me repeat. I have prepared no agenda for tonight. I have no talking points because I wanted to have a call-in show tonight. So if anyone wants to call in and chat. Now, if you're worried about showing your face, you can turn off your camera so that when you call in, it'll just be like, and it's an icon, a pre-generated icon that pops up. Your face won't be on there. We'll be able to hear you, but no one will be able to see you. So if you're worried about, you actually being seen, you don't have to. You can, and it's quite simple. It's just it's an icon of a camera, and you just click it, and it'll turn the camera off. And so when I bring you on, it will just be your voice and a little icon representing you that is on screen. Happy New Year, Peter. You didn't get a notification. It seems then that in 2026, YouTube is still not treating me as a genuine bona fide creator then, and not sending out the notifications. Some people do get notifications, some people don't. I still don't understand why that is. Maybe if I was a bigger channel, then. Oh, Peter changes his mind. you did get a notification, but it was only 3 minutes before I went live. Well, it's not great, is it? It's not your fault, obviously. Eddie's saying the same. He got a notification 3 minutes before I went live. But aye, well, I was hoping in 2026 that YouTube were gonna, treat me a bit better than they did in 2025. But maybe not. So I do have a caller who's called in, and he's sitting backstage at the moment, and I'm going to bring him on, and we'll maybe have a wee chat, hopefully about some of the new regulations that have come in for 2026, but not necessarily anything else that he wants to chat about. So let's bring you on, Graham, and see if this all works. Yeah, there we go. We've got Graham.
Good evening, Robert, and good evening to everybody there. One question I'd like to ask you, Robert, it's not about what you're discussing tonight, really. It's about what's the best fly app do you use for flying your drone?
Sorry, Graham, the best what?
Fly app.
Fly app?
Yeah.
Uh,
Like Drone Assist or something like that.
Right. See, so the actual Fly app is the built-in, the DJI one that I use. If that's what you mean, my head up display. But if you're talking about other things like checking to see if there are any restricted zones or anything like that that you need to check before you go in, I take it that's what you're talking about.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. I actually mentioned this. I think it was the live stream before this one. I showed them all. I listed them all, but the main one that I use, and I wonder if I can share it on screen. Give me it 1 second, and I'll bring it on screen. As I say, I didn't have anything prepared. I didn't have anything prepared tonight because I wanted to test the call-in show. And thanks, Graham, for being the first caller. I will bring it right up the now as soon as I get the screen all sorted out. And what I'll do is I'll bring up a blank screen.
Right.
And I'll show you the process of me searching for it, so that if you've never used it before, you can search for it. Right, just 1 second. And it is that one there. Okay. So it's called, you probably heard of this one. It's very simple. It's called NOTAM. Whoops.
Oh, nose to airman. Yeah.
Yeah, nose to airman, right? That's simple as that. And there it is. It's notaminfo.com. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one that I use.
Because the one I use, Drone Sisters, they went into liquidation in October.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I actually used this NOTAM and the Drone Assist one that went into liquidation, and I know that a few other creators, Sean for Geeks Vanna in particular, who is him and Ian in London are probably the only two other YouTube creators in the drone niche that I watch these days. But this is the one I used, both Drone Assist and this one, and I only really paid attention to this one because this is the one that gives you most information, most accurate information, and it gives you extra things that Drone Assist doesn't give you. The good thing about this is it will give you a heads up, like a week before. It will say there is going to be a flight restriction zone in this area. And then when the flight and it's usually a blue circle, when the flight restriction zone comes into effect, the blue circle turns red. And then you can also click on, like, for example, let's see, there's Prestwick Airport. There we go. So if I click on that one there, it gives you all of the information of exactly what the flight restriction is, when it is, all of the information that you need, and contact numbers of ATC, air traffic control, and different things like that. So that's the one that I use. It's got a lot of extra great wee features on it, but I don't need to use. I don't use those, as I don't need to. All I really want to know is the area that I'm going into free to fly, and if it is, I'm going to fly. I must mention though, I do use another website, which is, I think everyone should use too, and it's simply the Met Weather, Met Office. Always
Right.
use that. And let's say I'm going to, there's a 3 come up, Kirkcudbright, right? So if I'm going to Kirkcudbright, it will give me the full week. So let's say I'm going out tomorrow to Kirkcudbright.
Yeah.
I can click on tomorrow. It will tell me, you know, it'll give me a rough overview of everything that I need to know. You know, whether it's going to be raining, sun shining, what the
Right.
wind is, what direction it is, and I can go into a more detailed forecast as well. So those are the two. How do I get back to where we were? Oh, sorry, Graham, I removed you there by
All right.
accident.
Okay.
Right. So that's the two apps that I always use.
Right.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that answers the question. And regarding the Maverick 3 and the upgrades, I've got the Mini 2, I have the Mini 3 Pro, the Air 2S, and the Maverick 3. And really, I don't use the others. I'm just using the Mini 3 all the time. And as you
Really?
know, I mean, yeah. Sorry, I use the Mavic 3. Correction.
I thought that's what
Mavic,
you meant.
yeah, Mavic 3. And as you know, I live in Wales and I'm close to RF Valley, and I have to phone up and do all that aspect side of things. And I'm finding I can't go to some of the places I could go to before. So
Right. What you mean with your Mini, or you mean
with-
last year?
yeah, that's correct. Yes. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to coming to Scotland in about 20 days, and my better half's going there tomorrow. But I'll be seeing you towards the end of the month.
No bother. I just catch me up on either phone me or message me, and we'll arrange we meet up.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in, Graham. Happy New
Okay.
Year.
Thanks.
to you,
Happy New Year
and
to you all.
I'll speak to you soon. Right. So there you go. It's very simple, right? And once the call's finished, what I'll do is I will then move you backstage again, and you can either sit backstage, or you can just remove yourself from backstage. Then it's entirely up to you. It's very easy to do. You don't need any special equipment, and it's a nice, relaxed chat. I have Odo sitting behind me here, who will, if he doesn't have any interesting questions, he'll still have something interesting to say. So Odo, I'm going to bring you on here. And hello and happy New Year to you. All the best for 2026 ahead.
Same to you, all you lot. Happy New Year and all that humbug stuff. I've just had my birthday and I'm all birthday and celebrated out. All I wanted to say, have you seen all the videos that idiot PJ is putting out all the time? I dared him to go to my mate's scrapyard. My mate, Mr. Burris, had come out and throttle him with his bloody dreadlocks.
Okay, well, that's a very interesting topic you have there. That is more for the AR, the audit reaction chat, which
Yeah,
I am reviving it, Odo. I'm going to revive the chat, and I'm looking at probably Wednesday nights again. That's when I did it before. The reason that I'm going to, I had put the channel, the audit reaction channel, on complete hold. It's been on hold for I think about a month, maybe even 6 weeks now. I'm not sure. I decided to do that because it was taking too much of my time away from what I wanted to do on this channel, the Windswept Rob channel, with my Coastline series. However, I had a quick look on there just about 3 or 4 days ago, and the views and the subscribers are skyrocketing on that channel for some reason. So I thought, well, okay, there are obviously a lot of people interested in that topic. I think I should at least host a chat on one night a week. So on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing an audit reaction channel live, just like this, exactly the same format. The background will be different. It will say audit reaction up here probably. And if you'd like to call in then with that question, right? I'm not going to discuss it tonight.
No,
for obvious reasons. I need to keep the two separate channels separate, because there is a likelihood that the other channel may get struck off, because YouTube have changed their policy for 2026, and they are now focusing more on family-friendly content, and that means not necessarily for kids or families, but the kids and families can watch and they're kind of going to be throwing to the side, throwing in the ditch all of the channels that are not family friendly. And I think audit and audit reaction style channels are not necessarily family friendly. So that channel may get scrapped by YouTube. So I don't want to get this one mixed up with that one and suffer any consequences. So I'll talk on Wednesday night about that with you, okay?
Yeah, fine. I've no questions about the new rules because I
Alrighty.
don't fly anything bigger than a Mini 4, and I fly far away from people up the coast and up the hills and mountains. So
Right.
I have no truck with the rules at all.
That's the best way to fly, in my opinion. And it means that if you're going to be well beyond the 150 meters from people or buildings, and that is the A3 category. So you're absolutely fine. I'll speak once you jump backstage. I'll speak a little bit about another way to fly that kind of. It's not a loophole, but it's a way to circumvent any restrictions that you may have. But
Yeah.
Happy New Year and happy birthday to you as well, Odo. You're a fine looking man for 65, having just turned.
70. Bloody 70, man.
Never
Jesus.
admit it. Never admit it. Right. Thanks for calling in, Odo. And
I'll call in again sometime.
Call in on Wednesday and ask the same question or raise the same point.
Yeah.
And we'll have a more heated debate about it then. Okay.
And there's a couple of others as well to mention.
You can pour your heart out on Wednesday night on the Audit Reaction live stream, okay?
Yeah. Right. I'll see you later. See you later, guys.
Cheerio. Here we go now. That is a point and a question that I would actually have loved to get got my teeth into right now, but I am not going to. I'll save that for Wednesday night on the other channel, and if it continues to follow the same path as it has at the moment regarding subscribers and views, then I may apportion more of my free time to that channel, purely because it means that there are enough people interested in it to warrant me spending a bit more time on it. And the other thing is that because of the way the weather has been for at least the past week, and the outlook forecasts for the wee while ahead, because of this Arctic downdraft we've got at the moment, and they're talking about a possible second beast from the east coming in from the east, obviously, then the droning it's not optimal time to be droning. And although I have had a little bit of a season break over the festive period, I need to get back to the Coastline series, but I'm not going to risk my drones and cameras in these sub-zero temperatures, because icing. I've flown my Mini 2 and my Mini 3 before in sub-zero and in snow and wind and rain and hail, as you all know. But I'm not going to risk going up with my Mavic 3 and Insta X4 in sub-zero temperatures, because the propellers will ice up, and it's too much of a risk for me to take. So I will have a little bit of extra time. I've got a few things I've got to do. A couple of companies have been sending me drones to review, and I'm going out hopefully tomorrow, if the weather is okay, to do a quick review on a new drone that sent me. And Potensic, they've sent me a drone too, the new Atom 2, which is on the way, and I will be reviewing that as well. But I'll be doing those as not big, long, high flights that I would do at the Coastline. So I've got a few things coming up I'll do. I've got Surly Dev waiting here patiently, and I'll bring Surly. I'm going to bring you on, and let's hear what you have to say. So Happy New Year to you, Surly, and welcome to the show.
Happy New Year to you too, Rob. Thanks for all you do. Enjoying the Coastline series, so looking forward to the next instalment of that. It's about the new rules. I'm mostly flying a Mini 4K. No extra lights or anything on it. Just stick a SD card in, fly, go. What do the new rules mean for me? There's no C markings on it that I can see. So what's changed for me?
Right. Very little has changed for you at the moment. You can continue to fly your drone exactly as you have been flying it for however long you've had it, up until December the 31st, 2027. So not at the end of this year, but at the end of next year. You can continue to fly exactly as with one extra addition, which we'll come on to in a second. But so that means that you don't need remote ID because it's a legacy drone. You don't need to apply for any UK labels or markings. You don't need to do anything. Oh, there is one extra thing that if you haven't done it, and most drone flyers that I have spoken to who have a sub 250 gram, like the Mini 4K that you have already done this. And that is that you now need, in addition to your operator ID, which must be on the drone or inside the drone. I usually have mine inside the battery case so that it can't be seen from outside. That's your operator ID. You must now also have a flyer ID. It wasn't required before, but now any drone that is above 100 grams needs a flyer ID as well. The way you get your flyer ID if you don't have one is you just go to the CAA website and there's a 40 question multiple choice quiz that you do, right? You don't need to study for it. You will, being an experienced drone operator, you will know all of the answers, and the answers are all on the CAA drone guide section anyway, so you can have that up on your screen as you do the test. 40 questions. I think the pass is you have to get, I think it's maybe 30 or 35 right to pass it. Once you've passed that, you have to pay, I think it's at £12 this year. It's £12 a year. The CA will issue you your flyer ID, which then covers you for every drone that you have. Your flyer ID and your operator ID will be the same regardless of what drone it is that you're flying. So that is one additional thing that you have to do.
Yeah, I got the flyer ID when I first registered as an operator. I thought the flyer IDs were valid for 5 years and they were free. It was only the operator ID that costs you £12 a year or whatever it is now.
You could be right. You probably are right. It's probably the operator ID that costs you £12 a year.
Yeah.
And the flyer ID is free. Yeah. It's crazy why they can't just consolidate everything, make it the same. One of them lasts for 5 years. One of them lasts, I think it's 2 years now. It's not even yearly. Maybe 2 years. But they change it so often that it could be 2 years, could be 1 year. But yeah, so that's the only change. It doesn't affect you because you already had your flyer ID, and most sub 250 gram flat operators do. The auditors probably don't, but we can talk about that on Wednesday. but most people do. The other change that may or may not affect you, it doesn't affect me, so I don't speak very much about it, and I don't think I've ever mentioned it, in fact. But that's a bit selfish of me because it affects other people, may affect other people. Is now that if you're flying at night, and that doesn't just mean at night time when it's pitch black outside, it means when the light outside is insufficient for you to see the drone properly in the air, you now need a green light, a green flashing light. Some drones already have them. Some of the bigger drones already have those. Some drones have them, like the Mini 3 Pro already has it. But when you start to record, it turns the lights off. Some drones, like the Mavic 3, the lights stay flashing even when the recording's on. I believe I haven't tested that. I should go and check that, to be honest with you. But if you're going to be flying, look at these fireworks. If you're going to be flying in the evening or in a time when it's dark enough that you can't see the drone in the air, you need a green flashing light. That's it was guidance before. Now it's you have to do it. So other than those two things, there are no changes. You don't need remote ID, and you can fly as you have been doing up until 2028, when the rules change again, and it then means that the only restriction that comes in then for you is that you must have remote ID. There's no option, okay? And if you're a legacy drone above 250 grams, you are then only eligible to fly in the A3 category. That means you must keep a space of 150 meters between you and any uninvolved people or buildings. All right.
Okay, because the Mini 4K's got a light on the back of it, hasn't it? On the
It
box.
does. I believe it has a white light, but you may not have
You can't
noticed
change the
this yet.
colour on it.
You can change the color on it. I don't know if the Mini 4K is basically a Mini 2, right? The same as this one here. And it has a flashing light just here, or it has a light just here. But and it the Mini 2 also has a light here, right? I don't know if the Mini 4K has that or not. Eddie, my pal, has got a 4K as well. This light you can change the color of. Okay, you can change it. You know, there's about 6 variations: light blue, dark blue, light green, red, yellow. You can change the color on that one, but you can't once this one's up in the air. You can't see it. It's not a strong light.
No.
This light here, I believe, as soon as you start recording, this one goes off. The Mini 3 has lights on the legs. It doesn't have light in the legs. Aye, the Mini 3 has lights on the legs here, right?
That's the Pro one, isn't it? The Mini 3
Aye,
Pro.
the Mini 3 Pro, sorry. It has lights on the legs here. And in fact, see if I turn this, I don't know if it's charged up. Let me see if I can turn this on. I've got two, shows you how long it is for I've charged the battery. I've got two lights of power on that one. So when you can see how the lights are flashing there.
Yeah.
When they flash, even when you take off and you're flying, the lights on this one will flash. But as soon as you hit record, those flashing lights stop. They go blank.
Okay.
So you can't say, oh, well, I'm okay. I've got a Mini 3 Pro. It's green. I mean, they're kind of yellow green. You could get away with calling them green, I suppose. They go off. I've got them, so I don't have to worry about it. But the problem is that if you're flying and you hit record, they will go off, which then makes you culpable. I'll turn my Mini 2 on as well, just so I can show you.
Well, like they said on Geeks One a little while ago, how often do they need to flash? Because technically, once every 15 minutes is flashing. So if anybody approaches you, just hit stop record and.
Well, absolutely. There are a lot of ways around it. Do you know something? I forget how to turn my Mini 2 on. It's been that long. I just maybe can't see the. How do you turn this damn thing on? It's
on the belly. It's on the belly of it. Yeah.
Battery's completely dead because it's been, I think, about 3 years since I've taken this one out. But this light here, this tiny wee strip of LED, is customizable in your app. You can change the color of that, which just basically personalizes it a little bit for you to look at.
Yeah. You can have it blinking or breathing, I think, is one of the options.
But that's
I never noticed it. Didn't have it on the 4K.
I don't know. Maybe Eddie, who's in the chat at the moment, and has that.
No, you're right. It isn't on the 4K. I crashed my Mini 2 a while ago, and they replaced it under the DJI Refresh Insurance, and I haven't unboxed it. I haven't opened it because I've got the 4K, so I've just been flying that around. And I'd never noticed that there was no strip light on the front of this one.
So is that right? Can you confirm that on the Mini 4K there is no strip light on the front?
On the front of it, yeah.
Interesting. I didn't. I actually thought it was a Mini 2, absolutely a Mini 2. just without, you know, they had just rebranded it, renamed it. But that's interesting to find out it doesn't have a strip light at the front. Eddie, can you confirm that? Because that's news to me. Odo, sorry, Sully, thanks very much for calling in.
Yeah, no, it's
Interesting points. Interesting points. I do have a few other callers waiting, so I'll
Yeah.
put you backstage, and if you want to come back on, and we've got 20 minutes left, I'll bring you back on. Happy New Year
No
to you,
worries.
pal.
Take
Okay,
care. You
and I
too.
hope 2026 has great things ahead for you.
Yeah, you too, mate. Good luck.
Right. Very interesting. So I have just learned something tonight as well. Eddie, if you're still watching, Eddie says he's got no front light on mine. Right, that actually puts the kibosh a little bit on what I've been saying all along. It makes me wrong, because I have been saying that DJI, because they have progressed with their drones, like from the Mini 2 to the Mini 3 Pro to the Mini 3 to the Mini 4 Pro to the Mini 5 Pro at such a fast rate that they were left with a massive stockpile of Mini 2s and cleverly rebranded them as the Mini 4K, so that at a reduced price, so they could sell them. But that's not true, because the Mini 4K doesn't have this strip light here, as Surly and Eddie have both confirmed. So what it probably means is they had all the components. They've had all of the sitting. They've bought in all of the components for a lot of Mini 2s. And then as they progressed really fast, people haven't been buying the Mini 2s. They've been rather buying the Mini 3 Pro or the Mini 3 or the Mini 4 Pro or the Mini 5 Pro. They were left with all of the components. So what they did is they've constructed the Mini 2 and they've left out the light at the front and possibly a few other things, and reduced the price and pushed it out. So there you go. So that's good to have learned that extra knowledge. Right, I've got Peter here. Peter's been sitting patiently waiting behind stage. I'm going to bring Peter on now and have a wee chat with him. So hello to you, Peter. Happy New Year and all the best for 2026. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you? Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year. You can't hear me, Robert, can you?
Oh, perfectly. You're loud and clear.
Yeah,
And sitting in your kitchen, but watching on your huge telly.
Yes. You look really good on a 55-inch screen, Robert.
Oh, thank you very much. You can see all of the wrinkles now. I'd rather you were watching on a wee screen where it. Do you know something? This new app, or not new app, but the app that I'm using now has a filter that you can put on to smooth out your skin and make you look lovely. And I don't use it, right, because I like to be as honest as I can.
You don't need to.
Oh, Peter, I do need to. Trust me on that. If you were to move a bit closer to your 55-inch screen, you would see that I need to. However, I like to be honest and truthful in everything I say. So I think I should be honest, truthful in how I look. So here I am, wrinkles, blemishes and all.
Listen, I did pose a question about flying a 1.5 kilogram drone.
Okay.
Now then, 10 years ago, I flew a drone with one of these.
That controller looks as if it's 1.5 kilograms.
Yeah, and how's about that?
That's a big hefty drone you have there, pal.
That's 1.5 kilos.
Okay.
It's a DJI Flame Wheel 450.
Right. Okay.
Built from a kit. And I've also got a Hex, but it's in the shed and it's cold and it's dark and it's staying there tonight. But the Hex will lift 2.5 kilos. So, but I mean, I only fly it occasionally.
Right. Sorry, Peter. I'm just trying to bring your screen up even better. I don't have it. I was going to bring your screen up even bigger there so people could see it clearly, but I haven't set that up this week, so we'll just have to look at it in the view in there. Right. So that is a hefty big device. Do you still fly that on occasion?
Yes,
or-
yes, occasionally, but it shows its age, Robert.
Aye.
No FPV. There's GoPro clone on the bottom with a gimbal. Took a hell of a lot of setting up, and you couldn't see the results until it landed.
Right. So do you?
So Go on.
Where is the screen that you use? Is it on the controller, or do you
No,
have to attach? You have to
no,
attach
no.
an extra screen.
It's like flying old-fashioned radio control.
Right.
You
So
don't.
there's
You got no
no
video.
FPV.
back.
Right.
It could
no
be
F-
added. It was one of the things I considered adding, but
Right.
by the time I got round to it, it had become obsolete. But it's a big, powerful thing, and I mean, this is one of the smaller batteries on the top here. Can you see the battery?
Yeah. And how long was that? What flight time do you get with a battery like that?
Oh, 12 minutes.
Okay. So if you do, can you record video? Well, it has a camera.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
obviously you can. You would have
You
to
set it up.
manually.
You switch the camera on before you fly the thing, and then you switch it off when it comes back. And it's a bit of guesswork as to what you're pointing it to.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So
Just,
it's really a drone more for hobbyists of the remote control
well,
helicopter aircraft
I
type.
built this in 2015, Robert, 11 years
right.
ago.
Aye.
So,
Nice to have in your display case, but I would imagine even the smallest and oldest drones these days, like even the Mini 2,
oh, yeah.
can outperform it.
Oh, yes.
Right? Are you aware of how you may be affected by the new regulations if you decide to go and fly with that?
Yes,
drone?
I got a look at a few of your videos and
It seems to me it's very, very simple with that drone. You'd just be flying in the A3 category, as simply as that, which means 150 meters distance between you and uninvolved people.
I just thought I'd produce it tonight because I thought it'll be a bit of interest to.
Aye, it's certainly is. And it's interesting that other people who may have older drones, regardless of the weight, and are thinking, well, am I affected by any of these new changes in 2026? Because this drone is built in 2015, so it's now like 11 years old. But yeah, if it's a drone, if it's a flying machine, then yes, it's still covered by the drone regulations, and the new regulations, the changes, are still have an effect even in older drones and heavier drones like that. Very interesting. Thanks, Peter, for bringing that up and showing us it. And I'll speak to you again. Hopefully next Sunday you can call in again.
Yes,
Excellent.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
All the best for 2026, and I'll speak to you
And the
next week.
same here. And we'll have a look at that Devil's Stone sometime.
Listen,
We're gonna hunt for that.
I've been out, not with my drone. I went out for a walk, right? Because I thought winter time, the grass and the shrubs are going to be down. But it's still so overgrown, you wouldn't believe it. But you're welcome to come down.
We'll track it down.
You're welcome to come down, and we'll go out and have a look for it any time you want. All right.
Have a good one. Good night.
Cheers, Peter. Cheers. Right, very interesting to see older drones there. And for those of you who think, well, my drone's an old drone, it's these rules don't affect me. They do. regardless of how old your drone is, regardless of what size it is, unless it's under 100 grams, then you are affected by the drone regulations and the changes to the drone regulations. Right, just over 10 minutes left. I had Jordan had popped into the into the back stream, the backstage there, and he's popped back in again. So I'm going to bring Jordan, who may be the last caller, depending on how long he's on for.
Hello,
Jordan, how are you doing? Happy New
Um,
Year to you.
and Happy New Year to you as well.
Right, thanks for calling the show. Have you any questions or comments you'd like to
Yeah,
make?
I was asked a question about regarding the Mavic 3. Where is the classification on the drone?
Right, excellent question, Jordan. I'm glad you asked it because a lot of people have been wondering about it. This is the Mavic 3, for those of you who don't know, that Jordan is talking about here, and he's asking where the classification mark is. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to take the cover off. I'm going to spread the legs of the drone and show you quite clearly that the Mavic 3 does not have a marking that is related to the drone regulations. It's not C1 marked and it's not
Yeah.
UK marked. Okay, there is no marking on it. What you do have on the Mavic 3, and I can't. It's hard. It's hard to see. It's even hard for me to find. Right. Let me see if we can see it. You've got a tiny little. If you hold it forwards and you look at the left leg, if it's facing forwards, Jordan, right?
Yeah.
On the back of the left leg, you see this here?
Yeah.
Right. You have some markings here on the back of the left front leg. But that's a CE marking. Okay?
Yeah.
CE. But what that means, it's nothing to do with the classification of the drone. That is only to say that it has passed all of its quality regulations in the EU. So it's that has nothing to do with the drone regulations. That's a quality marking. So your Mavic 3 doesn't have any C1 unless you have applied for it, or when you bought it, the previous owner had already applied for a C1 marking. But I'm assuming in this case, because they didn't also send you the certificate, it doesn't have a C1 marking. Now, is that right? You don't have
I don't have anything because it was bought off eBay off somebody because they upgraded it to the Mavic 4 Pro.
Right. You're absolutely right, because you can't buy a Mavic 3 new. DJI don't sell them anymore. The only way, the same as I did, I didn't buy this new. I bought this from eBay, same as you did, because it's the only way you can get a Mavic 3. And for all of those who are listening, the Mavic 3 is now the best drone that you can fly in the UK, absolutely beyond, without doubt. It's the best drone you can fly, not just for the quality of the drone, but as far as the regulations are concerned.
Yeah, because I upgraded it to the RC Pro because it never come with it when I bought it in the bundle.
Yeah, paired up with the RC Pro, it's the best combination you can have. The RC Pro is, once you use an RC Pro, you never ever go back to the old RC ever. It's so good. I'm assuming you found that as well, John. That it's just a joy.
Better
to
signal,
fly.
because I did to get the RC before getting the RC Pro, but it's had the same video transmission rate, but it didn't seem as good until I went to that one with the antennas on it.
Yeah, well, I do have a video on my channel where I lent my drone. Well, I was asked by a friend of mine who's a farmer if he could borrow my drone. He wanted to test it and see if he could herd his sheep with it before he went and bought one himself. So I lent him a drone, and when he gave me it back, I found footage on the card that he didn't realise that was still on there, that he tested the range that it could fly and still have a connection. And he took it to over 10 kilometres and it still had a good, strong connection. I questioned him about it later on and reprimanded him for flying it that far because he obviously couldn't see it.
Yeah.
He neither admitted nor denied that, but he said that he flew over 10 kilometres and he still had a good strong signal.
Mm.
And the only reason he turned round is because he thought, I don't know if the battery will make it all the way back. It did.
Mm.
It flew out
Yeah.
10 kilometres
Yeah.
and flew back, and it had a strong connection all the way. So the signal that you're getting between the RC Pro and the
Mm.
Mavic 3 is, you can't get any better than that. All right.
Did
So
you replay the screen recording off the flight log when you had the drone back? Did you then?
I didn't need to. It was it still had the card inside. You know, it still had the SD card inside the little
Mm.
slot. So I just took the SD card out, and he had left it in there. So I had the full recording. Now I made a video about it. I put the video up on the channel, so you can actually watch it if you
Yeah.
want confirmation. You can see it, and I put the telemetry up as well, because he had screen recorded, so all the telemetry is there to show you, so you can watch that one. It's
I'll pop and have a look at that because I do
Yeah.
watch your videos and I do chat to you on Messenger as well.
And I'm always happy to have your conversation with you, John. Thanks very much for calling in. I'll be back
Thank you.
again next Sunday. Feel free to call in again next Sunday, and I'll have a chat with you again.
Okay.
Cheers, John.
Thank you. Right. Thank you.
So very interesting there. The reason I say that the Mavic 3, especially paired with an RC, which you can pick up these days quite cheap. When I say quite cheap, I suppose that's all relative, but you can certainly pick the pair up a lot cheaper than you could when I bought mine. When I bought mine, it cost me an arm and a leg. You can pick them up fairly cheap these days. I'm not going to say how much, but there's a friend of mine, and he could be he's in the chat right now, who got an absolute bargain of a Mavic 3, an RC Pro controller, the full Flymore kit, 3 batteries, the whole shebang, for a price that you wouldn't believe if I told you, and so I'm not going to. But here's what I said. I don't have any other viewers waiting, so let me say this. If you are flying a drone that is above 250 grams this year, or from now until 2028, and that would include drones such as the Air 3S, the Avata or the Avata 2, the Air 2S or Air 2, the DJI FPV, or the Mavic 3. I think that is all. I think those are all of the drones that are covered that are above 250 grams but under 900 grams. My recommendation is this: to save you having to worry about all of the changes to regulations and how it may affect you, especially if you have more than one drone that you fly, then the best thing that you can do is to fly under Article 16. And that is easily achieved by joining an organisation like FPV UK for £25 a year. Now, I'm not sponsored by FPV UK. I have no affiliation with them other than I am a member. I subscribe to them, because the benefits of flying with a group, as a member of a group such as FPV UK, is there are a multitude of reasons. The main reason is that you can fly under Article 16, which means that you can fly this drone as a legacy drone with no marking, no UK marking, no C1, C2, any marking whatsoever. You can fly this drone, and the only distance that you need to keep from uninvolved people is 30 meters. It's a sphere, a bubble a globe around the drone of 30 meters that you have to stay. Unless at takeoff, and then that reduces to 50, you can be within 15 meters of uninvolved people or buildings to take off. And if you fly in cine mode, that's the slow mode, that reduces down, I think it's to 5 meters that you can fly, 5 meters within uninvolved people. 25 quid a year. I mean, that's, what is that? It's actually a substantial amount for me at the moment. That's well worth it. You get other things like £5 million, at least it was when I last looked, it may be more than that, £5 million of public liability insurance, which covers you if the drone, for whatever reason, let's say you go out with the weather that it is at the moment, and your propellers ice up and the drone drops out of the sky and crashes into the roof of the farmer's pride and joy, his Mercedes motor car. The public liability insurance that you have from FPV UK as part of your membership covers you for the cost of the damage, and I believe the legal fees, if there are any involved in that too. So it's well worth having. There are other additional things that you get, like you can join the chat, the forums and different things like that. So it's well worth it, in my opinion. But it makes it easy to fly. It makes you not have to worry about any changes to any regulations, because I'll be able to fly this drone, this Mavic 3. I've been flying it under Article 16 as a member of FPV UK and BMFA before that for years and years now. And I will be able to continue to fly this drone exactly as I have been flying it. No changes to me. Now, I don't fly at night, yeah, and I see my hat is disappearing into the background. Aye. I don't fly at night. Occasionally I do it only to show a video of how far you can see with strobes. So I do have a green flashing strobe light when I do that. But I fly mainly during the day. So there are no changes to me whatsoever. None. And even when it becomes a legacy drone in 2028, and this is an important point, when the regulations change again in 2028, meaning that you have to fly in the A3 category, I don't, and because I'll still be flying under Article 16 with my Mavic 3 in 2028 and beyond. I'll still be able to fly exactly as I can fly today. So if you have a drone that is heavier than 250 grams, get a membership. I recommend FPV UK, even although I'm not sponsored by them or affiliated to them. I'm just a member. I recommend FPV UK because it's only 25 quid a year and the benefits you have are incredible. I think that's 8 o'clock, so I'm going to have to get a shift on now. And you'll be able to fly without worry. If you fly at night, just have a green flashing light. So that was it. Thanks for all of those who called in tonight. Have a great 2026 ahead, everyone. I will be doing an audit reaction live stream on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. That's the plan. I can't guarantee it will go ahead, but that's the plan at the moment. And if not, I'll see you next Sunday here on the Windswept Rob Show. Thanks very much and good night. Oh, cheerio the new.